In the heart of Milan, where the streets are as much a catwalk as the runways of Paris, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang adjusted his sunglasses and stepped out of his blacked-out SUV. Heads turned instantly, not because he was a footballer, but because of the leopard print overcoat, electric blue trousers, and diamond-studded sneakers that caught the morning light like a disco ball at noon. It was Fashion Week, and while models rehearsed their struts backstage, Aubameyang wasn't just attending. He was debuting his own fashion line. But how did a striker, famous for his blistering pace and electric goal celebrations, end up chasing dreams off the pitch? It all began in Dortmund, years ago. The mirror talks back. It was 2015. Aubameyang, then playing for Borussia Dortmund, was the face of the club, on the score sheet and in the dressing room. But his teammates often joked that he spent more time picking his matchday outfit than warming up. "Bro, are you going to a Champions League match or the Met Gala?" Marco Reus teased one day as Alba stepped into the training ground in a gold leather jacket and ripped Balmain jeans. Alba just laughed. Why not both? He wasn't just dressing up to flex. For him, fashion was freedom. It was how he expressed the parts of himself football couldn't contain. The loud, playful, creative sides that had no use for tactical rigidity or press conferences. After games, while others hit the clubs or video game consoles, Alba hit fashion blogs and sketch pads, designing sneakers, jackets, and sunglasses. He started posting fits on Instagram, each one bolder than the last. The internet noticed. So did designers. The double life. Balancing football and fashion wasn't easy. There were training drills at 10 a.m. and fittings at 7 p.m., tactical meetings in the morning, mood boards at night. When he moved to Arsenal in 2018, Aubameyang upped the ante. London was a style playground, and he became a regular at fashion houses across Shoreditch and Mayfair. He'd sometimes walk into the Emirates Stadium wearing custom suits with comic book prints, or sneakers so rare even the collectors raised eyebrows. Critics didn't always love it. When he scores, it's iconic. When he misses, it's because he's distracted by fashion, Alba once said in an interview. But I've learned not to let them write my story. In fact, it was fashion that helped him through rough patches, injuries, transfers, the pressure of the captain's armband. Designing is like therapy, he told his stylist. It lets me win, even when I'm not on the score sheet. But one thing was still missing, his own fashion brand. Alba's style. The turning point came in Barcelona. Late into his tenure with the Catalan club, during a quiet spell in his playing career, he spent more time sketching than shooting. With help from a friend in Paris and a young black designer in Lagos, he began crafting a line that merged streetwear with African heritage, a tribute to his roots in Gabon and France, and his global football journey. He named it a UBASTYLE. The first drop, a limited run of bomber jackets lined with the coordinates of every city he'd ever scored in. The second, a sneaker collab with a colorway inspired by goal celebrations. Neon green for energy, red for passion, and gold for legacy. Fans were skeptical at first, but when celebrities started wearing the brand, Rihanna, Pogba, even Lewis Hamilton, the hype was real. His collections sold out in minutes. And now here he was, front and center at Milan Fashion Week, not just as a guest, but as a designer. The show opened with Afrobeat drums. Models walked out wearing oversized hoodies with patterns inspired by traditional Gabonese textiles, and one of the final looks was a tailored suit printed with his actual heartbeat from his first professional goal. When the lights dimmed and the crowd rose in a standing ovation, Alba stepped onto the runway, not sprinting like he would on a pitch, but walking with quiet pride. He wasn't just a footballer anymore. He was an artist. The new legacy. In a post-show interview, a reporter asked him, "So are you leaving football behind for fashion?" Aubameyang smiled. "Football is my first love. Fashion is my soul. I don't choose between them, I wear them both." Years later, when young players talked about him, they didn't just talk about goals or trophies. They talked about how he showed the world that being a footballer didn't mean shrinking your identity. You could love Dior and Defenders. You could wear cleats and couture. And somewhere in Paris, Lagos, or London, a kid looked at a pair of neon sneakers with a lightning bolt on the side and thought, maybe I can be both too.